Just 2 days ago, we brought you this security video showing a man beaten while in the custody of Las Cruces police last December. Russ Flynn is seen kicking the door just before the officers move in. Flynn is then handcuffed and taken down. His skull was fractured. He had bleeding in the brain and other injuries. Flynn is now suing for $12.5 million. Tonight, our New Mexico mobile newsroom got a second security video with a different angle of what happened that day. Welcome back to ABC-7 at 6. I'm Estela Casas. Reporter Josie Ortegon worked with the Las Cruces Police Department to get this new video. She's in Las Cruces with what the first video does not show us.
Estela, through an open records request, we got a second video recording from the booking area that day. This video gives us a new perspective of what happened. It shows Ross Flynn, who was being held by Las Cruces police because of a dispute with a neighbor, escorted into a holding cell by an officer. From the video, we saw officers check in on Flynn during his brief stay there and even re-handcuff Flynn because he told officers he had a bad back. Then about 30 minutes later, Flynn kicks the door one time. Officers Richard Garcia and Danny Salcido unlock the door and go right for the man. Officers struggle with Flynn and then it looks like they knee him and slam him to the ground. In a police report, Officer Danny Salcido said, quote, "We then started struggling with Mr. Flynn and trying to force him to have a seat, but he then began to resist and started moving and pushing us around. We continued to make every effort possible to try to get Mr. Flynn to have a seat, but then he continued to move us around and push us around and continued to move his hands as in a way attempting to grab a hold of us or our equipment," end quote.
It's a dangerous job, and we trust them as citizens to use reasonable force when it's called for.
Flynn's attorney says the officer's actions were uncalled for, which is why Flynn is suing for $12.5 million.
You can see from the video that Mr. Flynn was helpless, defenseless. He had handcuffs on, and he's being thrown around that cell like a rag doll.
The Las Cruces Police Department declined to comment because it is under investigation. Both officers have been assigned to administrative duties while the police department and the district attorney's office investigates. In Las Cruces with our New Mexico mobile newsroom, Josie Ortegon, ABC-7.
Okay, Josie, thank you very much for that live report. And if you're just joining us, the Andros boys basketball team is currently playing Dunbar in the Sweet 16 of the state playoffs. This is a live picture right now. The latest score is 65-31. Watch it live at episd.org or stay with us for the latest in ABC-7 Sports. Go Andros.